All right, let's go ahead and go through these guided practice problems. Before we go through this though, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and try them yourself. Try to see if you can come up with the right answer on your own, and then hit the play button and we'll go through it together. Let's go ahead and talk about number one. So a compound is something that is a pure substance, so there's one type of thing in there. However, it's got two or more atoms bounded together. And when I say two or more, I mean two or more different types of elements. So it's a pure substance, one type of thing, but it has two or more elements bound together chemically. And the answer to number one is going to be C. That represents a compound. Now, if you take a look here, there's one type of substance. Later on we'll learn that that's probably water. But each type has two types of atoms to it. So there's one type of substance, but it's got two atoms, two different elements that are bonded together. The next one, N2, nitrogen, is going to be nitrogen gas, is going to be A. And if you take a look, this is a pure substance. It's an element. And even though there's two atoms bonded together, they're the same atom, so it's still classified as an element because there's only one type of atom. All right, a mixture of two elements is going to be B. If you take a look, this is an element, this is an element, this is an element. Those are all the same type of element. And then we've got an element there. And they are none of them are bounded chemically together, so that's a mixture of two elements. Now the next one happens to also be A. A is also going to be classified as an element. And so you'll see that A actually gets used twice. And the last one, it's a mixture of water, which is H2O, and hydrogen gas. And so if you take a look, this is not H2O. This does have molecules of H2O in there, but it doesn't have hydrogen gas in there, so it's not this one. And this one, if you take a look here, there's water, and who knows, I don't know, maybe it's not hydrogen gas. But even if it were, it has this other element in there, and so that alone makes it to where this cannot be the mixture of water and hydrogen gas because it's got that third component in there, which is that solid square circle. The answer is D because we have our hydrogen gas molecules here, and then we have our water molecules there. So the answer is D. Now let's go ahead and go to this next one. Could the sample described below be separated by physical means? And the answer is no. It cannot, because those atoms are chemically bound together. And this next one here is, can this be separated by physical means? And the answer is yes, because you can physically separate this type from that type because they are not chemically bound together. And that is all.